myPFS.io. So to get started, once you've signed up as a subscriber, you'll simply just click sign in, and here you'll sign into your dashboard. And once you've signed in, you'll be at the dashboard screen. And on this screen, you'll see a summary of your most recent PFS files, where under actions, you can also edit and update them, or share that file, or download that PDF. And then down here, you also see a summary of whom you've shared the PFS with. And so you've got a couple options. You can either edit your existing PFS and re-sign and reshare it, or you can go to manage PFS files and add a financial statement. And here it will walk you through the steps of creating your PFS or personal financial statement. Here you can also mark if it's going to be a joint PFS, where you'll enter your joint filer's info, and then at the end, their info will also populate into your PFS. So for this demo, we're going to use one of our existing PFS files and edit one of those. So this here is the first screen you'll be at whenever you create a new PFS. You enter your basic info, your name, address, your profession, what date. One thing, when you're updating your PFS, just make sure you pick the new date. That way your information is as of that date. Your profession, employer, and here, prepared for, whatever name you put in here, that will populate onto your PFS. And so it'll show it like you prepared it specifically for that person or institution or bank. So we're just going to say State USA Bank. Just make up a name. We're going to leave this as an individual PFS. We're not going to mark the joint filer. We're not. Okay. And then continue. And so here on the next screen, you'll be prompted with which assets do you want to report. And so you'll go through and select whichever applicable assets you have to report on this PFS. And if you're updating a PFS and you need to remove something, you just uncheck it or delete it from that specific screen. So we've marked the ones we need. We're going to continue. And then here we start reporting the name of the bank, the type of the account, and how much. And if it's pledged to anyone, we can mark that. And if you need to add more, you can just hit add another account, and it will add another blank screen or box here. And if you need to delete, you'll say delete. So we're going to continue. And then so on, like you'll go through all the screens, and whatever assets you've selected, it'll ask you to report the amounts. And these are from an existing PFS that we had created. And so if we need to change the amounts, we can do that here. And same like on the other screen, you can add more, as many as you need to. Your automobiles, if you have loans on them, you'll report them here. Your real estate, so pretty much your personal property, your house, you report it here. If you got a mortgage or a loan on it, you'll report it here. This will all flow through to your PFS. And then here, if you've got business ventures, you'll report them here. Your personal property. And then at the end of your assets, it'll show you a summary of what you've reported. And then you can go back and edit a particular section if you need to. And then on the liabilities, you'll be prompted with which liabilities you need to report. For your real estate mortgages and your auto loans, if you've already reported them when you're reporting your assets, you won't need to report them again. This is if you have other mortgages that have not been reported previously. So you'll select whatever applicable liabilities you have. And then again, you'll be prompted with the detail screens where you enter the details. And then you can go back and edit and review if you need to. And then here's a summary of your total assets, liabilities. And then on step 5, you'll enter your income details. And if you need to add more details, you can right here. If you have a joint filer, they will also have a section down here where you'll enter their information. And then here you'll enter your estimated annual personal expenses. And so you'll go through, put in your estimates. And then here you'll have a summary of your income and expenses. Then on next screen, there's some yes/no questions that you'll enter. General questions, they will populate onto your PFS. And then if you have any contingent liabilities, you will mark those here. And on the following screens, you'll put in their details of how much contingent liabilities you have. And if you want to report your auto, home, real estate insurance details, you can. If you have professional advisors like your accountant, attorney, financial advisor, you can list their details here. And then after you've entered all your details, you'll at the end review and sign your PFS. So here we'll have your basic info at the top. There's no joint filer, so there's nothing here. And then over here you'll have who it's prepared for. And then here it's going to populate your details from like your assets, your liabilities, your income, expenses, those general yes/no questions. and we didn't put anything for the advisor, so there's nothing there. And then section 2 has all your supporting details that support the section 1 amounts up here. So whenever whoever's looking at your loan or reviewing your financials, they'll want to see how strong you are with your assets and liabilities. If everything looks okay, then you can just re-sign it if this is an updated PFS. If this is a new PFS, it will be a blank box. And then you save it, and at the end, at the bottom, it puts the date. And now, to share it, you can just put with whomever you're sharing it right here. And then if you put a comma, you can enter more names or no more email addresses. And so once you put in their email, they'll get an email saying that you've shared your PFS with them. But from the screen, you can also download a PDF of your PFS, or you can go back to your dashboard. And so now the person that you sent this email to, they will get an email that will look like this right here. So it will say personal financial statement from whom, and then it'll just say, hi, such and such is sharing a PFS with you. If you got any questions, just contact them. And there's a PDF of your PFS, personal financial statement, that they can review. And then, so thank you guys for watching this. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at team@mypfs.io. And we look forward to having you as a subscriber. Thanks for watching.